the most beautiful woman in the world. And life is fickle just for one man. The golden age of 20th century Hollywood. Famous for many female celebrities who have gone into legend. Like Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, Vivienne, and of course indispensable, the most beautiful woman in the world. Hetty Curious, female life Hollywood star Hetty Curious. It's an unbelievable story. She was the first actress to do a hot scene. How many stones must be received on the silver screen? He is also a researcher. As a premise for invention. Wi-Fi Bluetooth GPS wave. The first actress to dare to trend screen. Edilema gets cinematic world. Hollywood is considered the most beautiful woman in the world. 10 years ago 1,941,950 and used to act next to the celebrities of the silver screen. At that time as born as Hedwig Eva Marine Chrysler in City Coat 1914. Hid-Dai is the daughter of a banker and a female pianist. Both her father and mother were Jewish. Reality. The actress is the prototype for the image. Snow White. In Disney's animated film of the same name. Production 1900 BA7. Born into a wealthy family, 1930. When he was only 16 years old, Edilema was determined to follow the path to become a silver star. Eddie doesn't just have a strange beauty. It's an amazing mystery. She the one who takes off all his clothes on the screen. After 4 unnoticed movies. Even though they are more beautiful than people. Finally, the Paradiser decided to change himself. Ready to take off all your clothes in the movie Asasi 1900. Ba Ba makes the world shocked. Heidi Lemon. That shocked movie-goers around the world. When it's hot and sweet on the screen. Before that, they just let the two main characters get together. And the camera will back away. Blurry images and viewers understand themselves. But Heidi Lemon. She was the first actress to dare to cross the line. The camera shot a close-up of the expression. The actress' face and body language. It's a very unconventional thing. And it's harder to accept. When the actresses of that time. It's often depicted quite quietly on the screen. Every time it gets hot. Hedamendi is different. She dared to let the camera pan close-up recording of his acting. When the movie came out, there were 2 streams of public opinion. Open-minded people think that looks beautiful humiliation in movie makes us ace. It's become an artistic film. The opposite. Those who hold traditional ideas say that the movie is so bad and violent. Some critics even claim that Hedilema has no talent but beautiful beauty. And the courage to expose yourself on the screen. At the time of launch. The US has even banned this film. And 7 years later, the film has been shown in some US theaters. At that time, the controversy that helped the 19-year-old Hedilema become a movie star right away. After the uproar around the world, Hedilema becomes the female lead in a series of films. 1900 BA 7 pounds to the US looking for business opportunities. Here you met the MGM filmmaker. And signed a contract. USD 700 per week. 1900 BA 8 Augeas film. The first film she made in the United States. It's become an event in Hollywood. Next movie Stenson and the Light is. It also makes a strong impression. Just for a short time. She moved up the ranks. the most expensive actors in Hollywood. They made a total of 35 films. But later, she tired of her light shoulders. They often focus on beauty. 1900 year 7 over. Officially retired and moved to the city. A scientific researcher. She an actress with beauty. Ranked among the most beautiful in the world. 10 years old 1940 1950. But Miss Hidley. The pioneer. Scientific research in the field of telecommunications technology. It was very new at the time. I have a passion for science and technology. Heidi has a special room for you to study. Invention at home. August 1942 Heidi Lama and composer George and Payan. Patented for a confidential information system. Used for anti-interference for all kinds of torpedoes. Controlled by radio waves. Continuously variable frequency. Is the key to the invention of Heidi. And sketched out that idea on the back of the napkin. In other words, radio signals are always moving in frequency. Make them unstoppable. Today, this invention is still widely used in phone system, mobile satellite encryption and many other achievements. The scientists now look back and still judge the inventions of Heidi Lama and his collaborators at the time. Paved the ground for those invented later as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth GPS. You're watching a video on a celebrity channel. Don't forget to like. Please share this video to support the group. Tragic life just for one man. Heidi, smart, talented, beautiful and rich. But her life was tragic. It all started with the Hollywood prince, Lord Kibo, that RA 1900 BABA. After the nude concussion in the movie Asasi. Heidi Lama is married to businessman father Rich Mentor. Frienderit Mentor. Even though it's a pleasure. By the beauty and popularity of his wife. But I can't seem to stand it. The wife's erotic pictures were exposed. Spread on the screen. Not long after, Heidi met Pla Keppel. And mesmerized by his graceful grace. I don't care if I have a family. From here people start to see lovers. Often together. In Hollywood's famous playgrounds. But things have completely changed. Since Claude Keppel met Carole Lombard. Immediately the famous man. I think it's a shame that Heidi got out of his life. Even to be able to name the language itself on the Claude Keppel. Heidi Lama was not afraid to file for divorce. The first husband. But in the end, you can't keep the heart of the Cloud. After hearing the news, Claude Keppel and Carole Lombard wedding 1900. Ba9 Heidi was heartbroken to the point. Ready to marry screenwriter Jin McKee. To forget the pain. But who knew after hearing the news? Carole Lombard died in plane crash 1942. Heidi Lama, who hastily divorced Jin McKee to return to CLO Kibo. But Google is still digging flowers as old on the side. For a short time, he had an affair with a beautiful young actress. Google only deals with short time. And left her to run. A young and fiery actress fold the part. Every time I was abandoned by CRA Keppel. Is the same as that. The Heidi Lama uses another marriage instead. Person in place. This time it's the British actor John Nodher. Ronaldo is about the same age as Harry. Both are famous. So they're considered a pretty good couple. They have two faces together. A boy, a girl. In addition, they adopted another child. I thought this would be a happy marriage. But no. As well as marriages before the time the two of you were married. Bundled together so briefly. 2 years after the wedding. When you break up with your husband. To run under a nightclub owner in Mexico. Name Honest Topper. From here. Hedalema continues to slide deeper into the cycle of love. Figuratively speaking. Her love line is as tangled as a patched shirt. Her fifth husband was Oil King Hortley. Follow him. Heidel left Hollywood. About living in Houston State. Stay in a luxury villa. With a full range of amenities. However, the material abundance cannot be filled. The lack of spirit. 1960 Eddie curiously divorced her fifth husband. Is oil tycoon Hortley. Go back to Cloud Keppel and live as husband and wife. That year CLO Kibo was about 60 years old. The power is no longer sufficient. But I have enjoyed the months. She considered it the happiest of her life. She used to say that. I've seduced many men in my life. But the important thing is not to make them 7. But the one to whom my heart has given all. It's still Chlorine Kibo. Unfortunately short-lived happiness is SAW. 126190006. Black died after a sudden heart attack. Just finished filming The Miss Fish. With Super SAW Cinema Marilyn Monroe. After CLO Keppel died. The 48-year-old is married to Louis Bose. The lawyer. She took her side in her divorce from the Oil King. Hortley before. And like every time. Heidi quickly realized the mistake. His death. You get divorced from the boss. And put him in the last position. In a long list of enemies. Their official husbands. The last years of noise. With 6 marriages, 7 personal failures. Hidildi is the party for the tabloid news. At that time to exploit the flute. You are seen as a machine. Spawned the sensational gossip of the guests. A typical case in the world. Hoa government in Hollywood. From here life takes a breath every day downhill. It's hard to explain people. A famous actress for a while. Was arrested for the crime. Stolen from a supermarket in Los Angeles. Because of the fame and because the item is only $100. So then the actress was given gifts by the authorities. And then 26 years later. Hetty curious again. Be bad. Forgot to pay for the drug worth up to. The $20,000 issue was resolved. When the former actor. I was in my 70s. Speak up will never be repeated. Laumas lawyer also said that. To happen in the above case. It's because my client has dementia. The last days of Hidalama's life. It's not very pleasant. Heidi becomes shiny. Likes to shake up public opinion with lawsuits. A woman once wrote a memoir for sale. And filed a lawsuit against a reporter for saying that. He ruined his career and his life. Before losing. Lam Hoa continues to force the public to pay attention to her. When suing the IR winery. Glow Winery forced this company. We have to stop using our portraits. In a television commercial. It's probably going to be a controversial topic. If that AI wants to talk about Heidi's acting ability. Lama as an actor. Her beauty for a while. No matter how honored they are. Then it finally comes to light. Thank you for watching the video on the Celebrity channel. Don't forget to click the subscribe button below to support the group.